What makes connections so important? What makes connections matter? What is the necessity for any connections at all? The one thing in life that we seek the most is connections, so we do not feel alone. Connections can make us feel like we are alive. Connections can make us feel like we matter. Connections can give us that sense of belonging that we search for our whole lives. Connections can help us feel complete and help us to feel like life is worth going through. Connections allow us to experience life and all the things in this world. Connections can bring us joy and pleasure and happiness and harmony. Connections can bring us pain and misery and sorrow and sadness. We can be afraid of the very thing that we need in life, which is connections. We can fear the very thing we desire, which is connections. Because of the negative people and things connections can bring into our lives. When we fear connections because of the negative side, then we deny the positive side of connections from getting into us. We should always learn to have connections with people, and we should learn how connected we should be to others and how disconnected we should be to others. We should learn how connected we should be to things in reality and how disconnected we should be to things in reality. We need to understand what safe connections are and what unsafe connections are. Each and every person has their personal necessity for what safe connections are and what unsafe connections are. If we feel alone and we think we have healthy connections in our lives, then we are fooling ourselves. If we have too much anxiety and pain and trauma in our lives, then we might be overly connected and believe that our connections are healthy, which is also us fooling ourselves. Healthy connections will always consist of peace and harmony and serenity. Healthy connections will always allow us to feel balanced and calm. If we have to question any connections in our lives, then those connections are probably not as healthy and balanced as we might feel and think. Universally, we will never find anything greater than what it is to be connected and feel like we are a part of the universal whole, which is God. We can never reach above anything that goes above healthy connections. Healthy connections are the completion of our existence and of our realities. Healthy connections are the completion of the afterlife as well. There is nothing more valuable than healthy connections, because healthy connections can cause us to feel universally at peace and not alone.